Today on the Gold Standard.
Paper investments and paper savings, it's all based on money creation. It's all based on money out of thin air through the stroke of a computer key or the click of a computer mouse. Literally, just digits out of thin air. Trillions of dollars. And there's going to be trillions of dollars more over the next 5, 10, 15 years. But this money creation is going to be the demise of our dollar, and it will be the demise of the financial system.
This is the Gold Standard from Midas Gold Group with Kenneth Russo. Hello, I'm Dave Dino. Welcome to the Gold Standard, your source for secure investment opinion and information on the advantages of purchasing and owning precious metals. Whether you're a novice investor or an experienced collector, this is the program that gives you a realistic weekly perspective on the state of the economy, reliable information about using precious metals such as gold, silver, and platinum to safeguard your wealth, and remarkable details about specific precious metal coins and bullion. Ken Russo is a senior vice president at Midas Gold Group. His peers characterize him as a straight shooter who will work harder for you than anyone else. Ken, it is a pleasure to join you again this week.
Nice to be with you today, Dave, as always, and everybody out there.
Let's get right to it. We talked about this subject last time on our time together, but there's more to tell because our topic is a guide to investing in gold for financial protection. Let's begin by talking about why it is so important we protect our savings and investments with gold and other precious metals. The report came out this week on inflation last month, and the news is not good, especially if you are a White House economist. This surprised them. 8.3% for inflation, the consumer price index, and even more worrisome, the wholesale price index went up even more to 11.1%. In other words, the goods that are waiting out there in the wholesale market are going to hit the retail market at an even higher price. This is not good news.
Well, no, Dave, and we don't even know on how truthful or realistic those CPI numbers are because I mean it's a gauge that's been fudged for decades, and if we were using the actual CPI criteria back from the 70s and 80s, we'd be over 20% easy. But it is what it is. You know, the bottom line is our financial system is about as unstable as our border, according to Kamala Harris, who says that, everything is A-OK and our border is stable. I mean, what are these people thinking? And it's just a relentless party for stocks that, they want to keep up, trying to prop them up and keep everybody involved in the paper markets. And let's remember the premise. The premise is we have seen unlimited reckless money creation since 2008. We've printed over 500% of the money supply. We've seen an increase of over 500% in the money supply since 2008, since we had the subprime mortgage crisis.
Wow.
So with all of these problems, the only bullet in their gun is to print money. And what does that do to our dollar, Dave? And our purchasing power?
A reminder here that you're listening to the Gold Standard with Ken Russo from Midas Gold Group. And our topic today is a guide to investing in gold for financial protection. Ken, as I said earlier, we talked about this subject on our last time together, but let's look even deeper at the ways that gold can offer wealth protection. First, let's look at something that I have transferred a good portion of my investments into, and that is gold IRAs. Now, as I understand this, anyone who has their money tied up in Wall Street investments can now move a good portion of those funds over into physical gold stored in a gold IRA without incurring any taxes. Am I right?
Yeah, the move sideways, Dave, from equities or bonds, from paper investments inside of your retirement account into physical gold, and that also could include silver and platinum as well, bars and coins. That is not a taxable event. Whenever you pull money out of an IRA or whenever you physically put your hands on your gold from your IRA, then you get a 1099 at the end of the year, and then that's a taxable event. I mean,
Sure.
it doesn't eliminate taxes. All in all, the same rules for an IRA apply, but you definitely been listening, Dave, over the last year since we've been doing
Mm-hmm.
these conversations. And I know you love the idea of owning physical gold because it allows you to have something that you can store away. You could have something there that will always have value and that you can touch. It will always be worth something. It's not a wise decision, Dave, to cash out your investments and pull it all out now into cash to buy gold, because you'd have to pay a very sizable tax to the government right now, and that would allow you to own less gold. So instead, you could move those same funds over into physical gold, securely stored for you in a depository. And whenever you're ready to take your gold out, you can do that through a distribution. But the bottom line, this is not a gold ETF. That is not a way, folks, to own gold for wealth preservation.
Mm.
This is not gold mining shares. That is not a way to own gold for wealth preservation. It's not a gold futures contract, which is heavy, heavy speculation. You have to hold it to own it, Dave. And I would encourage people right now to be bold. Don't be timid in this market environment. Be bold and own gold. And by making this sideways move, Dave, with an old 401k or an existing IRA or an old 453, 457 plan or a TSP, you avoid any taxes immediately on your money. You could move it into physical assets like gold and silver inside of your retirement account, and it'll just sit there until you decide to either sell it or take it out. But it's a great way to avoid a huge market loss in stocks, bonds, and in the dollar. And folks, that's right around the corner. So the time is now.
So, Ken, as you said, it's not some paper investment in gold. It is actual gold that I get an accounting of that is stored for me in a secured depository, and then I can take delivery of any of it whenever I wish.
That's exactly how it works, Dave. But keep in mind that a gold IRA works the same as any IRA, with a minimum yearly distribution required for anyone over the age of 72. That may change in the future to 75, but right now it hasn't. However, Dave, I really love this. You don't have to take your distributions from your IRA in cash. You can actually receive your distributions in your physical gold, silver, or platinum.
Ah,
You can stockpile your precious metals, and you can stockpile your tangible assets and wealth without really having to come out of pocket or spending any of your cash that you may need for emergencies or living expenses. And I stress, Dave, this is a private transaction. It's a private collection of gold. You don't want the powers that be to know everything that you're invested in, especially since we're going digital. So this would be a great opportunity for some people to take some money out of the markets, lower their risk, but also kind of run for cover a little bit. And privacy is very important. Financial freedom is very important. And we still believe in that wholeheartedly as a veteran owned gold dealer and a veteran owned company. A gold IRA, Dave, the bottom line, can be a very smart way to protect your investment savings now from losing a lot of value in the stock market collapse. It's going to protect you from losing a lot of purchasing power, because the dollar will lose value. Doesn't matter what the dollar chart is doing. Go to the grocery store and you just tell me if your dollar is gaining or losing value. And bonds as well. Interest rates are starting to really go up, and that's a very bad sign for the future of bonds. So right now, folks, protect what you can. If it's in a non-qualified account, get some of it out. Give us a call. We can put together a proposal and we can deliver you some gold or silver. If you have a retirement account, Dave, an old 401k or an existing IRA, gather your statements, give us a call. Maybe we could do a conference call, go over some of the situations where you stand as a client and as an investor, make some suggestions. And I think you'd be doing yourself a big favor by taking some money, diversifying, taking it out of the paper markets, moving it sideways into a gold IRA, and having a tangible asset in your retirement account, Dave, like gold, instead of all just this paper, this worthless paper. And who knows what it's going to be worth when this is all said and done.
and I can say from personal experience that, first of all, you're very good on guiding a person through the process. And you are the experts at doing this. You really know how to move money from one investment account into a gold IRA for a lot more security to keep from losing the value of my investments, and I'm very thankful for that. And we're going to continue our guide to investing in gold for financial protection just a little bit later in the program, and we'll highlight several other tangible ways to convert your wealth into the security of gold. But first, a reminder that you are listening to The Gold Standard with Ken Russo from Midas Gold Group, and coming up, we're going to look at a specific precious metal that you can use to safeguard your wealth. And that's coming up right after this.
Smashing Gorka here. More than ever, it's critical to convert your cash savings and a good portion of your investments into gold with the only gold company I recommend, Midas Gold Group. Why? Because those pulling the strings behind the Biden administration want to know everything about your finances. They had Biden sign an executive order preparing for a digital currency. Midas Gold Group sees tyrannical implications, especially for MAGA supporters. Digital currency will record all your financial transactions, with 87,000 new IRS agents able to monitor your accounts. So I recommend calling veteran-owned Midas Gold Group to safeguard your wealth with physical gold before it's too late. Gold is private and traditionally holds its value when economies crash. Protect yourself and your family. Go to MidasGoldGroup.com or call 855-322-GOLD. That's 855-322-GOLD. It's gold you can hold. Call 855-322-GOLD.
And we're back with more of The Gold Standard, brought to you by Midas Gold Group with Ken Russo. I'm Dave Dino, and our topic today is a guide to investing in gold for financial protection. By the way, if you live in the Los Angeles or Phoenix area, you are encouraged to actually come and visit us at our local office and meet with us in person. For the address and the directions, just log on to our website, MidasGoldGroup.com, M-I-D-A-S, MidasGoldGroup.com. Now, for those of you listening in other cities, call us directly at 855-322-GOLD, 855-322-GOLD. By the numbers 855-322-4653. Ken, now we turn to look at a specific precious metal product. And today it's one that we have talked about before, the gold British sovereign. But in light of the passing of Queen Elizabeth II, there may be some added interest in this coin.
Yeah, Dave. I mean, it's a coin that fascinates me. It's the gold British sovereign. It bears the image of the Queen. And anytime there's a change in the crown, paper money is reprinted and coins are reminted with the new sovereign's image. So in this case, King Charles III. So that means that the current design will be replaced, making them limited in supply, and the rule of economics is that limits can obviously add to value, Dave.
I know that you really love collecting gold coins because of their traditional stable value, but I also know that you are a fan of the history behind some of the coins.
Yeah, Dave, and this is one that actually fascinates me. The gold British sovereign has a long and winding history. It's been through it all, so to speak, but over the years, this coin's staying power has proved undeniable. Its collectability has never been higher. It was first struck in 1817, Dave. Its name derives from the original English gold sovereign, last struck over 400 years ago. The new sovereign, Dave, was minted as part of the Great Recoinage Act of 1816. By 1887, all coins would feature the St. George design on the reverse side. When the First World War began, the coin disappeared from circulation, replaced by paper currency. Sounds familiar, right, Dave? Replaced by paper currency.
Yeah.
And it did not return until the demand for the coin rose again until the 1950s, believe it or not, at which point the Royal Mint began production of new sovereigns. Starting in 1979, the British sovereign was issued in proof condition for collectors as well. There have been 5 designs of the Queen, the latest one in 2015 with a new portrait of the Queen. So few coins come with so much history attached, Dave. This is a great coin for any collection, for a student of history, a numismatic enthusiast, or just a person who's looking to be a gold bullion investor.
Ken, this coin is unusual in another way as regards its gold content, right?
Yeah, the British gold sovereign, Dave, is 0.2354 ounces of gold. So that's basically about a quarter ounce of gold. So it's a small coin, which makes it, at least for now, a very affordable gold coin according to its overall cost. Most gold coins are 4 nines pure, So that makes them even more expensive than the gold British sovereign. So with the price of gold being very reasonable and this being a small coin, Dave, people like to spread out their bets a little bit and have a well-diversified gold portfolio. I love the look of it, Dave. It's a great coin. Thanks for bringing it to our attention this week. And it's a great coin for wealth preservation, especially here in the gold market.
I think it's one that you and I will talk more about adding to my collection as well. Coming up in a moment, we are going to continue our guide to investing in gold for financial protection with Ken Russo from Midas Gold Group, and that's coming up right after this.
Sebastian Gorka here, urging you to consider converting your cash savings and a good portion of your investments into gold with the Midas Gold Group. Because if you're a conservative or MAGA supporter, the rhetoric coming from the acting president is appalling. Biden has called companies and individuals who support MAGA policies extremists and semi-fascists. And it's only a matter of time before the administration controls our finances with digital currency. Biden already signed an executive order preparing for digital currency with 87,000 new IRS agents who can monitor our every transaction. I recommend calling veteran-owned Midas Gold Group to safeguard your wealth with physical gold before it's too late. Gold is private and traditionally holds its value when economies crash. Go to MidasGoldGroup.com or call them at 855-322-GOLD. That's 855-322-GOLD. It's gold you can hold. 855-322-GOLD. Call today.
And we are back with more of the Gold Standard, brought to you by Midas Gold Group with Ken Russo. I'm Dave Dino, and our topic today is a guide to investing in gold for financial protection. If you live, by the way, in the Los Angeles or Phoenix area, you have a great advantage because you can actually visit one of our local offices to meet with us in person. You can get the address and directions by going to our website, MidasGoldGroup.com. MIDAS, MidasGoldGroup.com. And for those of you listening in other cities, you can call us directly at 855-322-GOLD. 855-322-GOLD. We will take the time to talk with you and answer all of your questions. This is not some boiler room outfit. This is the actual people who are there leading Midas Gold Group. You'll get to talk with them. By the numbers, you can call 855-322-4653. Now, let's return to our guide to investing in gold for financial protection. Ken, you have given us a very good explanation of how we can safeguard our existing IRAs, 401ks, and other investments by transferring them over into a gold IRA tax-free. And let me say that again, tax-free. But one of the things that I love about gold is the actual collecting of physical gold that I can hold and store away securely myself. Gold I can hold is gold I own, and I really love this. It is private.
Yeah, and the only way that you can get wealth preservation, Dave, by owning gold is by holding it in your own possession or holding it in your retirement account. For people who enjoy investing in physical gold, owning bullion coins, Dave, is enjoyable and inconvenient. It's, as you said, a private store of wealth. But most importantly, it's not part of this sham banking system and this fraudulent fiat money currency system that we are currently drowning in debt in. It's secure, it's private, and it's going to give you something that will always be worth something. And I can't say that for our paper dollar at this point. I don't know how much it's going to buy or how much it's going to be worth 5-10 years from now.
For people who enjoy investing in physical gold, owning bullion coins is both enjoyable and convenient. And as you have said, it's a private store of wealth. It is not part of the banking system. Can you define the term bullion coins?
Yeah, a coin that's basically valued based on the weight of the coin and the demand of the coin from the particular mint. Each country has a mint, US, Canada, Australia, so on. They all produce a main coin that are either 24 karat gold coins, Dave, or 22 karat gold coins. Bullion coins, it's a probably the most popular way for small and medium-sized investors to diversify into gold. Gold bullion coins, Dave, are primarily purchased for their intrinsic value. They have a long track record, Dave, of going up a lot more in value during a good gold market or a good silver market. So if you're anticipating a good market, we would encourage people to think about maybe some bullion coins because they do have a long track record of expanding a lot in premium. And we haven't seen that yet, so you can still buy them inexpensively, and we think 5 or 10 years from now they'll be worth a lot more and have a chance to outperform the price of gold pretty dramatically, and silver. They also, Dave, have an artistic appeal and beauty to them. They're easily convertible back to cash. They're very liquid should the need arise for investors to have to sell some. They have various sizes, so sometimes people want to barter, or sometimes they want to give some stuff away, or maybe sell a little at a time. So maybe you might want to consider some fractional bullion coins as well. And they can be bought and sold virtually anywhere in the world, Dave. Bullion coins are pretty much the foundational gold product to give you wealth preservation.
A reminder here, you're listening to The Gold Standard with Ken Russo from Midas Gold Group, and today our topic is a guide to investing in gold for financial protection. Ken, when I go to your website, MidasGoldGroup.com, I love the fact that I can actually look at pictures of what we are talking about, and I see that in addition to gold bullion coins, you feature a lot of gold bullion bars. What makes those so attractive to gold buyers?
Well, gold bars, various sizes, Dave, very easy to buy and sell. Mostly 10-gram, 20-gram bars come in boxes of 25, have been extremely popular here in the last few years. In many cases, Dave, purchasing gold bullion bars is the most cost-efficient method of buying gold. You get a little bit more gold for your money. Gold bars are the most popular form of gold for investing in the world. About 70%, Dave, of the best gold bar bullion comes from Switzerland. As you always know what you're getting because the mint stamp each bar with its purity, its weight, serial number and hallmark stamp. Real nice to look at, Dave. Real neat. But also they come in a protective assay case to protect their mint condition and to verify their authenticity. So a gold bar is a very easy, convenient way to get gold ownership and wealth preservation. And like I said, a mix of coins and bars is typically suggested when talking about a precious metals portfolio.
So we've talked about the various ways a person can safeguard their wealth, their savings and investments by converting them into gold. And our topic today has been a guide to investing in gold for financial protection. Ken, how would you sum up the superior protection that gold provides compared to investments and savings?
Well, I mean, paper investments and paper savings, Dave, it's all based on money creation. It's all based on money out of thin air through the stroke of a computer key or the click of a computer mouse, literally just, digits out of thin air, trillions of dollars. And there's going to be trillions of dollars more over the next 5, 10, 15 years. But this money creation is going to be the demise of our dollar, and it will be the demise of the financial system. Gold will always have value. It's tangible. It's something you could hold on to. It's not something that's going to disappear. Wake up one morning and all of a sudden you have zeros in your bank accounts. What then? That's not going to happen when you have a physical, tangible product. So I would recommend people right now to be less speculative for sure. I would recommend to kind of go back to basics, especially when it comes to money. And money's supposed to be trustworthy and it's supposed to be strong. And our paper assets today, Dave, are not. It's a bubble and it's going to end very badly. Gold and silver, on the other hand, will be there when you need it. Strong, long track record of being money and dependable. And isn't that what money and savings are supposed to be all about, Dave?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And that is going to bring us to the end of our time together today here on The Gold Standard with Ken Russo, brought to you by Midas Gold Group. And a reminder, opinions given here are not intended to be specific to your investment strategy, but rather general information to give you a better understanding of investing in precious metals. However, for answers to your questions, call Midas Gold Group at 855-322-GOLD, 855-322-GOLD. By the numbers 855-322-4653. And the website is MidasGoldGroup.com, MIDAS, MidasGoldGroup.com. Here's something that I always love letting everyone know, and that is that the Midas Gold Group is very proud to be America's #1 veteran-owned gold dealer, supporting veterans' causes with a portion of profits donated to the Wounded Warriors Project and the Semper Fi Fund. So, your investment in your future is also an investment in the future of those who have bravely served the cause of freedom. Again, the number to call to speak directly with Midas Gold Group is 855-322-GOLD. 855-322-GOLD. Ken, again, thank you for your time today.
Anytime, Dave. It's a privilege to speak to you every week and everybody out there.
I'm Dave Dino, inviting you to join us again next week at this same time for another edition of The Gold Standard.
The Gold Standard was brought to you by the Midas Gold Group.